During the late 80s and 90s, the traditional game show was invaded by a new breed, the adventure game show. As trivia games grew stale, they gave way to puzzles and physical trials on a big budget. Well, big enough.
Now you have to drive that little moon buggy you find in there. Hop into the moon buggy.
The most famous and successful of all these shows was the legendary The Crystal Maze. Here's a video about it. The Crystal Maze debuted on Channel 4 in February 1990 and was fronted by lovable kook Richard O'Brien, the greatest host of all time. And that's a fact. The constant quips to the camera at the contestants' expense.
Go on! Hey, this is one of our saviours in the event of fire. I thought it was shinny up ladders and ropes like nobody's business. Blimey.
The fucking outfits that made him look like a randy auntie. Then of course there was the harmonica for when he got a bit bored, really.
Enunciate, articulate. It's all in the training, you know, it never leaves you.
I don't think so.
But he was somehow encouraging and disparaging at the same time. Whoever picked the writer of the Rocky Horror Picture Show to front this was a genius person.
Cucumber sandwich?
The show challenged a team of people who met each other that morning to overcome a series of puzzles and physical tests. These mini-games would award successful contestants with a crystal that would account for 5 extra seconds of time in the end game, the Crystal Dome. This being the bit when you laugh at the TV and complain that they're grabbing all wrong. Look at your man there, sure he's shite at grabbing. Contestants would choose from one of 4 categories: mystery, physical, skill and mental.
So let's play a game here, shall we? What do we play? Yeah? Why, what?
Mystery game.
Alright, who?
Keith.
Keith, would you come with me please? I've got a mystery game for you.
Richard would then lead the team to any random room no matter what they asked for, and the games would begin. And when he couldn't be arsed running...
A mystery.
Mystery?
For me.
For you?
Yes.
Ooh, I've got a mystery right here for you.
To watch this show was an exercise in telescreaming, as hopefuls fell into pools and couldn't do a jigsaw. Some were so blindingly basic, it was hard to imagine anybody failing them.
It's the wrong way round.
No, the wrong way round.
The tap, the third one.
The tap
This
down.
one. Third tap.
The third tap.
This one.
Yeah.
Turn it round. Which way?
The third tap. The third one.
This one.
No.
This one.
No.
This one.
No. Yes.
I can't hear you. This one.
In fact, most will probably remember the show for the fact that contestants were unable to complete the most basic challenges. Some contestants would run straight into a room with an overload of nervous energy and aimlessly do the first activity that entered their head.
There's a thing to hold on to pick things up.
He hasn't even looked at that side of the...
Like, this lad bombs straight up the ladder and begins randomly crawling across beams without even knowing what he's supposed to be doing.
You've only got 1 minute left.
There was even a game where the contestant, having completed the hard part of putting a puzzle together, simply had to press the correct button to release the crystal.
U for uncle. 3.
Can you not hear them out here? They're giving you advice, Ricardo.
Yeah, I can't hear them very well.
Well, go.
U3.
Go
Press
to the
U3.
grid on the wall and press U3 is what they're saying.
U3.
Go to the grid on the board. And can you see U3 on the board? Richard, speak to me.
On the wall.
On the wall! On the wall!
On the wall, Richard. U3.
Up the wall.
Go to the wall. You know the board.
Fucking U3.
Yes.
Press U3.
U3.
Can't you see a grid of numbers in front of you on the wall, Richard?
Yeah.
Press
U3.
I actually can't get over this one. What is what is happening in his brain?
See it.
You can't see it.
How much time do I have?
See it.
on the wall.
He wants to come out. He wants to come out. Let him come out. Come with me. Come with me. Look. You three. Okay.
But watching in frustration as they bumble their way through seemingly simple tasks was half the fun.
Keep going. Keep going.
Standing by the door.
Keep going.
Bang on it.
Bang.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, open that door! Come on, come on! Did you get it? No. Oh, dear! Oh, we thought he had it, didn't we?
But not all challenges were simple. Look at this nightmare. Fill a bucket of red water and somehow carry it across a pool using a wet, rotating pole and rope, and the bucket has holes in it.
What a shame, it looks like there's some holes in the bottom of the bucket.
Not only that, you have your teammates shouting and Richard O'Brien giving the wee digs.
I think you're making heavy weather of that, but never mind.
Yes, the teammate encouragement. It's bad enough that you're on television messing around with cogs, but imagine a load of creeps, who again, you met that morning, peeping through holes, giving you absolutely shit advice.
Why won't that middle one that you've got your hand on move? See if you can see some sort of brake mechanism underneath it. Simon, you can't reach out with your hand for the crystal, can you? As simple as that. No. No, right?
No, Nigel. See, it wouldn't be a game if you could just go in and grab the fucking crystal. The setting of the maze was one of its most striking features. The whole set was built on an aircraft hangar and was one of the largest ever built for such a show. Pure knowledge. The 4 segments or time zones of Aztec, Industrial, Medieval and Future were, well, they were just class. Challenges were timed and some were the dreaded lock-ins where too many mistakes would end up with a player being imprisoned for the rest of the game. The team could buy them back out with a hard-earned crystal, sacrificing time in the Crystal Dome endgame.
3, 2, 1, 0! I'm sorry. Oh!
I always love the leave them in bit. Yeah, we're gonna leave you in. 5 extra seconds of time is more valuable to us than you as a human being.
Sorry, darling, you're locked in. That's a bit of a disaster, isn't it? A little excitement music, I think.
There we go. Got it. Okay. One more. The crystal.
It's not right.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on. That's it. No, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry, it's the lock-in. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, it's the lock-in.
Oh, no.
Okay. Vice Captain.
That's me.
Vice Captain.
Great.
And what are we going to do?
We'll go on.
We'll
go on, and we will think about both of them before the last game.
Okay. So it's very, very, very close. Very close. Okay. Come on.
Then they just kind of sit there embarrassed. Then came the climax and the reason for all this crystal hunting. The Crystal Dome.
Would you follow me?
To the Crystal Dome!
It was basically a room with a wind machine blowing gold and silver tokens. Richard would say his catchphrase.
Start the fans, please.
And they'd begin.
There you go. 20 seconds is not a long
The team needed 100 gold tokens to win a prize that was usually an adventure holiday. Why you'd want to go on an adventure holiday after all this shit is beyond me, but the real prize was of course surviving the Crystal Maze. The show was so good it ran for 6 seasons between 1990 and 1995, and even the odd Christmas special after that. Eventually, after season 4, Richard O'Brien stepped down and was replaced with Ed Tudor Pole. Replays of the show can be found on various channels, as well as its recent revival. I'll let Richard have the final say on what he thinks of the revival.
You waited too hard at the start. Okay, you've got 3 minutes in here, okay? Automatic lock-in situation. Yeah. It will become apparent how you lose those lives.
That's all right. That's all right. Listen, you've got 7 crystals, 5 of which were won by you girls, only 2 by the boys, which gives lie to any ideas of genetic male superiority, doesn't it?